It's 10:45 on a Friday evening. Everyone is asleep except me. I had already washed my face and put on my skincare, and then I remembered I wanted to do a video, so this is just how I am. This is me right now. So today was just a normal, hectic day in the life of having a child. I mean, everyone's life is hectic in different ways. Absolutely everyone. I remember when I was single, my life was much different, but it's still hectic and still had its own challenges. So I don't ever want to use having a kid as an excuse, but that's just the way it goes, right? That things are hectic and your time is not that your time is not your own, but it's just different because you are not the only variable in your life. You have less control over your time. I'll put it that way. Sometimes, I thought before I had kids, I was like, I'm gonna have a schedule and I'm gonna stick to that schedule. And sure, I can invite my child to a nap. My child often declines the invitation to a nap, and that's just how it goes. So right now, there are a couple different things sort of swirling. This is just kind of life where we are at the moment. There's a financial component, and then there's sort of the daily living. I will start with the daily living because that affects the financial and vice versa. On the daily life, day to day, we are kind of making do with family childcare, which is a godsend. To have my mom 2 days a week, it is not enough, and we've known this for a while. So I am fervently, feverishly trying to find additional childcare. That is something that I am doing. The wait lists are ridiculous and the costs are going to be ridiculous. So that's just something that is what it is. I've been dragging my feet because A, the cost, and B, it took a while to come to an agreement on this topic. So I didn't want to do research just to have it sort of rejected. So that is why I am really looking for buy-in from the other members in the decision-making committee. So that is what I am doing right now. And it takes longer to do things with other people than it does with myself. And that is both a blessing and it is a blessing. It takes longer and more effort. So that's all I'll say about that. So that is that. Today was a weekday. My husband went into the office and I had meetings. I had stuff to get done. So then I just kind of completely zonked out for the rest of it. So I had a meeting at 10. I worked from 10 until about 1. The baby slept from about 11 to 12. And I was working on and off during that nap. And then I finished around 1:30. The baby was still tired. So I was like, all right. And then we both laid down for a nap, and we napped from 2 to 4, like out heavy, like passed out hard. And that was what it was. Felt a little bit better waking up. I am hanging on to my health through the season. I will just say it that way. I am doing everything I can to preserve everyone's health. I made us chicken soup with garlic. I like the avo limono, the Greek chicken soup. So I made some of that with garlic in it this evening, and I fed it to the little one and myself and my husband because I am going to preserve our health during this season. We have emergency. I'm going to take some a little bit before I go to bed, take some magnesium, potentially do a saltwater gargle to kill anything. That's a tactic recommended by the Mayo Clinic as a first defense against a cold is to gargle salt water. Sounds disgusting, very effective. And I know when I'm really serious, I will take that. So that is what I'm going to do to preserve health during this period. So that's in the day-to-day living. We actually have no plans this weekend, which is a delightful turn of events. I think things with my husband's sort of work are calming down a little bit. Knock wood. So there's that. Ideally, I had these grand plans. I'm like, oh, we should go to the museum. Oh, we should do this. We should go ice skating. We should do this. And I'm like, let's just try to survive. So let's do that. If we get outside for a walk, that would be fantastic. Let's hope. It has been unseasonably warm this time of year, which is great. We saw 60 degrees today in the middle of November, which is fantastic. It's been really lovely. So I'm, again, just hoping we get out for a walk. That would be great. So that is on the day-to-day living. It's nice to have the week to recover, and then ideally next week will be a shorter week going into Thanksgiving. Plans are to go down to Delaware to a restaurant unsure who is coming or what their plans are. So that's that. That's that again, that is what it is. Doing things with other people always takes a little bit more coordination. So that's what it is for the next week, and it will be nice to have a change of pace, ideally, than this sort of madcap past 2 months that have been really intense. So looking forward to recovery. A bit of time to rest and recover. So from the work pace that I've been experiencing as a result of my husband's work pace, it's really been him working. So that aside, kind of transitioning, talking about work and into the financial side. So I have been really trying to take this time where it's a little bit slower. It's not much, but a little bit slower at work. I've actually had more meetings and more things to do because we've got some new people that we're kind of starting to work with. So, and on our accounts, so different people in places to work with on our accounts. So that's that. I've been working on, this is my continual goal to refine and increase the value of my skills in the marketplace, and sort of looking to make sure that I am developing myself in the best possible way, right? Be that my speaking skills, my storytelling skills, my technical knowledge, really that's the soft skills and the hard skills, right? So making sure that I am up to date on the soft skills and really doing the training and putting the work into being as qualified as I possibly can on the technical side, which is not much which is not my natural inclination. So I really have to work to make sure that that is up to par for me. So on the soft skills side, I was in a meeting today, and it really was brought home to me how much room I have for improvement on both sides. So I did this huge review for a client, not huge, but I did a review for a client, self-directed, because I want to, as an account manager, I want to stay on top of my accounts and make sure that I'm giving my clients a performance review at least once a quarter and letting them know where we stand as far as our metrics, our cost per enroll. I work in education, marketing, so making sure that we know where we stand on our key performance indicators and our metrics. So I did a review of that, presented that, and then was in a meeting this morning with a new-ish hire on, not exec level, but a higher new person. And I there were some things that I knew right off the bat, and I was really able to nail. And there were other parts where I'm like, my articulation, my speaking could really use some improvement, just so I know what I'm saying and know what I want to say and how to get across what I want to say. So really practicing and honing that, I think, is something I'm going to be working on in the upcoming months, because I want to be prepared. My goal is to be as prepared as possible, and to be, again, just increasing the value of my skills to make sure that I've honed that in. It's sort of my greatest skill and my greatest weakness. I think one of my skills is translating concepts into and summarizing them into accurate bite-sized pieces of information. That's something that I've worked very hard to get good at for my clients, and I think I'm very good at that. I'm also working on sort of doing that on the fly. So thinking on the fly, someone asks a question and I'm like, oh, there's this information that I want to distill, but making sure that I'm distilling it accurately is, again, an ongoing skill. So just the only way to get better is to practice. So that is what I'm aiming to do. So that's on sort of leading into the financial side, because I want to, again, transition and hone those skills to use and, again, increase the value of my skills, but also receive the value of those skills in the marketplace. Oh gosh, great. Okay, sorry. So I was looking at, going to look through my numbers, as this is a personal finance journey, it's a personal finance journey. That is something that I am doing, and I was going to talk about my debt-free journey. So things that I've learned from being debt-free: I am now officially have been for about a full month credit card debt-free, which is very exciting. The next step after that, which is something that I am working on, is getting that emergency fund up and rocking. So that is the next step as far as my financial journey goes. That's just what's next. And you would be shocked at how many people do not have a healthy emergency fund, which I was fully in that. I am fully in that. in that category at the moment. Again, it's a journey, right? We're all moving, we're all on our own journey, working toward improving our situations, or not. But if you're watching this channel, chances are that you are, or you're interested in my journey in whatever capacity. So that is what's going on with me at the moment. And again, I am aiming to preserve that health, preserve my health. That is my goal. That's what I'm doing right now. And to build the emergency fund. So this has been a building, this will be a building season, and that is where it is. And that's kind of what I'm continually in the process of doing. Okay, that's what I got for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.